Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Chessie here. So I'm here to do a part 2 on the Detail Makeover eyeshadow palette. So now we have the Ecru Squad palette. I've already reviewed the autumn eyeshadow and did tutorials on that. So I'm just gonna leave the link below if you guys haven't watched it yet. So now this is a first impression. I haven't swatched this. I've just opened this already. So the Ecru Squad palette, same box with the autumn eyeshadow palette. Sturdy packaging, same. We're just gonna see if the formula or the pigmentation is the same. So inside, there's also a mirror. Same with the autumn eyeshadow, it has the clear plastic to protect the shadows with the names. Okay, so I just checked, there are 6 mattes and 9 metallics. So there's a lot of metallics here, in my opinion, because okay, I'm gonna compare it with the autumn eyeshadow. Okay, let's compare them side by side. But the good thing is, from the buy one take one sale of Detail Makeover, you can get both for $699. So grab your palettes now. Okay, as you can see, they are different from each other. I lean towards this palette more, but I'm not sure since I haven't swatched it yet. But this one, it's warm, peachy, bronzy tones. But this one, I can't figure out. I think it's more of a cool tone. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no. Oh my gosh. My finger. Ooh. Okay, let's watch it, because I've already ruined the palette. First hand swatch. Oh. Okay, I think the Ecru Squad is more of a cool tone, mauve tone palette, but I am liking the shade Superior Bronze. So I'm also gonna do 3 tutorials for this one. Well, I will try to achieve 3 tutorials for this one, just like what I did with the autumn eyeshadow palette. And with the metallics, just from the first hand swatch, yes, they are the same. The color payoff, pigmentation is the same. I'm gonna swatch, I wanna swatch macadamia. I'm gonna do a better swatch later, so this is just my first. Oh my god, wait, another one. Doesn't show up on camera, but you see that gold, so pretty! Okay, I'm very excited to try this. So for the mattes, I'm gonna take Buff. Ooh, can you see? Okay, I'm running out of space. Oh my god, what happened? Okay, same with the autumn eyeshadow. It's a little bit powdery, but the color is buildable. You see, you can just build up the color. Okay, let's watch another one before we... Sorry, I'm kinda excited to try this palette. Okay, let's watch this Pecan. The shade... Okay, this reminds me of the Saga from the autumn eyeshadow. Okay, not really a fan of the mattes on this palette, but I love the metallic. So if you want to see the swatches and a better look on the Ecru Squad palette, then please keep on watching.
So to start off this look, I'm taking Buff as my transition shade with my ColourPop tapered blending brush. Next, I'm still using the same shade with the same brush, but focusing it at the outer corner of my eyes to deepen up the look. Now, I'm just blending the outer shade so that there is no harsh line with my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. Taking the shade Thatchi Brown with my ColourPop blending brush on my crease to have some gradient effect with our transition shade. Now, I'm using Bagel all over my lids with my ColourPop shader brush. Now, I'm taking Thatchi Brown to blend all the shades together with my ColourPop blending brush. Same with the autumn eyeshadow, I highly recommend you do your eye makeup first before your face makeup, since there is still a lot of fallout. For my brow bone highlight, I'm taking the shade Biscuit with my Artist Studio smudger brush. Now, I'm just marrying all the shades together using my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. For my lower lash line, I'm taking Thatchi Brown all over with my ColourPop blending brush. Using my Artist Studio angled eyeshadow brush, I'm taking buff at the outer part of my lower lash line. Now, I'm taking Bagel, that shimmer shade near the inner corner of my lower lash line, using my ColourPop shader brush. And using the same shade on my inner corners as well. Then, still using the same shade to highlight on top of my cheeks, temples, nose, and my cupid's bow. Can you see that I love this shadow as highlight so much? Please don't mind I'm singing and dancing here. So here's the completed look. For the lips, I used the Detail Makeover lip liner in the shade Ralph and mix the Simply Matte lipstick in the shade Moody on top. This is a very simple look, good for every day. Okay, so for this look, I had to put concealer first to prime my eyes using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Medium Moyen. And now, I'm just buffing it with my ColourPop stippling brush. Now, I'm just setting the concealer with the shade Biscuit and placing it all over my lids using my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. Now, I'm using the shade Pecan as my transition shade with my ColourPop tapered blending brush. Next, I'm placing Andiron all over my lids by slowly pressing it using my ColourPop blending brush. So I'm just building the color to the intensity that I want. Next, using the shade Haitei on top to have that shimmery effect with my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. Then, using our transition shade, which is Pecan, on top to help blend the shades together with my ColourPop tapered blending brush. Now, I'm just taking off the tape I placed under my eye and just dusting all the fallout. Next, using Pecan at the outer corner of my eyes with my ColourPop tapered blending brush. And using the same shade for my lower lash line as well with my Artist Studio smudger brush. Now, going back to Andiron, just pressing that all over my lids again since all that blending washed that color away. Next, using Haitei with my Real Techniques domed shadow brush to blend all the shades together. So this is the completed look. For lippy, I used the Matte in Detail in the shade Rhea. Then I realized that I forgot to put on my inner corners. I really should write down all the steps so I won't forget. Oh well, I still hope you guys like it. So for my final look, I'm placing Thatchi Brown as my transition shade with a generic brush I got from Divisoria. Now, I'm taking buff at the outer corner of my eye Can you see that fallout? I really don't like the matte shades on this palette. And now I'm just blending all the shades together. So I'm just using the same concealer I used on my previous look to cut my crease with my Artist Studio concealer brush. Then using my Artist Studio shader brush, I'm placing Substan on top of the concealer, spreading it all over my lids. Now I'm just buffing the shade Buff at the outer corner of my eye. So for this look, mostly I'm just using a generic brush set I got from Divisoria. Now I'm just blending all the shades together and did the other eye off camera. Here I'm just buffing out the foundation. I used the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Stick in the shade Light Beige with my Colourpop stippling brush. Setting it with my Nichido Final Powder in the shade Creamy Glow with a generic Kabuki brush I got from Divisoria. For contour, I'm using the Makeup World Complete Contour Palette. Then for blush, I dipped in the peach color from the same palette. There you can see the contour palette. I'm also using it for my highlight as well. So on the bridge of my nose, top of my cheeks, and temples. I really love this palette and this is one of my go-to palettes. For my lower lash line, I'm using Buff all over, again with a generic brush. And for my brow bone highlight, I'm taking the shade Nacre, still with a generic brush. Then, using the same shade with my fingers on my inner corners, for my lips, I used the Matte in Detail Paloma. But then I wanted to make it a little metallic. So now I'm placing Substan all over my lips. So this is my last look. It's a bronzy but cool tone look. I really can't describe it, but I like how it came out. You can still use this for every day. Maybe just change the lip color since the color made it a little bit grungy looking. And now for my final verdict on the palette.
So my final verdict for the Ecru Squad palette, well, I can't really say I highly recommend this, to be honest. I mean, in my opinion, I like the autumn eyeshadow more. Maybe because it's a warm tone palette and it's easier to create some looks because you can create some peachy, bronzy, and a smoky look. With this palette, I had a hard time creating those three looks. Mainly because like these two, they're both white, just a little bit different from each other. This has a pink undertone. It's very similar. I'm gonna swatch it so you can see how similar they are. Can you see? It's very similar to each other. So these are the brow bone highlights. I don't know why there should be two brow bone highlights. And for the buff and this pecan, the purple one and the brown one kind of looks similar on my eyes. It's different from each other. Can you see? So this is, of course, this is brown and this is like more of a grayish purple. But when I place them on my eyes, they're kind of similar to each other. And then for the metallics, you also have some very similar shades. Like this golden is similar with the macadamia. This one, macadamia, and this one is the golden. And you see? See, they're very similar with each other. The macadamia is more of a duochrome, so it's more orange, bronzy. But it's still similar when you put them on the eye. Can you see how similar these are? So yeah, what I mean is, if I had to choose between the two, I would really choose the autumn eyeshadow because it's more versatile for me. But don't get me wrong, it's still a nice palette. Maybe it's just me because I'm not a cool tone kind of girl. I'm more of a warm tone. So yeah, it's okay. The pigmentation for me, when you wet your brush with the metallic shades, they're okay. And of course, I did a cut crease, so with the concealer on top, they're okay. But for me, it's not that pigmented than this one. I don't know. Even the matte shades, I really had a hard time with this palette. This one, I really like. So, but again, that's just my opinion, and don't worry, if you buy until December 4, 2017, you can get both for $699. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment down below what are your thoughts on the palette. I want to know whether it's the Autumn Eyeshadow or the Ecru Squad palette. And also comment down below your recommendations or suggestions for my future videos. And yeah, that completes this video. I'll see you again next time. Bye!